Good evening, Cracked Crew, and welcome to Magic Monday here on MTG Mana Cracked. This is Bear. Glad to have you with us. And tonight we are going to bring you the Brothers War versus Aetherdrift, old school versus new school. Again, Aetherdrift came out in 2025, Brothers War coming out in 2022, so we got a 3-year gap between the two of them. We're going to see who can bring out the bigger draw, but again, as I've said before, guys, this is not about the monetary value. It's about the fun. And both of these being sets that I haven't really got into too much in the past. Of course, I've done a Brothers War before, but I haven't yet opened any of the Aetherdrift. So this should be interesting to see what we come up with. We're going to start with the Brothers War. We're going to be looking for the Portal to Phyrexia, Shield of Argive, Awaken the Woods, Diabolic Intent, Cityscape Leveler, just to name a few. And we're going to get started with those here quickly. So we'll move our Aetherdrift out of the way, get our Brothers War out of the way, and get to cracking. Hope you guys had a good weekend, and I'm glad to see you here with us on this Magic Monday again. Had some time away, so it's good to see everybody back. Here we go, starting it off with an art card. Look at that. That is a nice card there. Basic forest card to start us off with our land. Going to change that up a little bit. That way we can... There we go, Stone Retrieval Unit. First common, Might Stone Animation. Survivor of Corliss. Ambush Paratrooper coming in for our next common. And our first uncommon for the night is the Transmorgant Altar. And again, guys, I'm just going to separate these into common, uncommon, basic land, mythic rare, and foil. So I want to put the two packs together, and then we will price scan these so that way we can see what we get into. Skyfisher Spider is going to be our creature. Gnawing Vermin, we got a creature rat here for 1 black. Junkyard Genius, going to be our Human Artificer. All right, and coming up should be our rare. Nope, another uncommon. We've got a Pristine Talisman. It's a nice looking card. Artifact. Tap and add 1 colorless mana. You gain 1 life. Seems kind of OP for 3. And our rares, Hercule's Final Meditation. All right, it's not bad. And for our foil is Blitz Automation. Will be a common construct. And for our token, we've just got a common blank token. So, all right, and let's go into our second pack here. See what we can get into. All right, so this one here, we got some prototype tokens, 1/1 prototype tokens. Got ourselves another art card here, and we got a signed art card from Lars. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's going to be number 72 of 81 of the Precursor Golem by Lars Grant West. So that's one of the cool things that you get with the set boosters. You get yourself an art card on top of, other cool things. So one of the things that this particular set has going for it that you won't find in the play boosters from Aetherdrift as often. So Island, going to be our basic land. Scrapwork Mutt. Scrapwork Cohort. Scrapwork Rager. Scrapwork's coming in heavy on this pack. Carrion Locust. Meticulous Excavation is going to be our first uncommon. Giant Cinder Maw. That's pretty cool. It's going to be a dinosaur beast. Players can't gain life. Wow, that'd be one to take out of the game real quick. Flow of Knowledge is up next. Draw a card for each island you control, then discard 2 cards. Alright, and our next uncommon is the Mask of the Jade Crafter. Ichor Wellspring. Saw this one played today on another podcast, YouTube video from pretty famous group of people playing Commander decks. So it's cool to see this one come into play today. And our rare is going to be Blast Zone. Going to be a land rare. And our foil is going to be Catanol Stalwart. Elf Druid Soldier. All right. So let's take a look and see what we're going to get as far as value goes. All right. And as we always do, we're going to start off here with our commons. Keeping an eye on to make sure that these don't pop up something different. So far, doing pretty good. Can't really complain. And then we'll go to our uncommons coming up next. So here we go. See, the Wellspring is in another set. It's in the Commander set. It's in actually a couple different sets. So we'll just come down here to the Brothers War and verify that number on there is number 143. So let's take a look here just to make sure. Looks like this one here is actually going to be Brothers War Retro Artifacts. Judging off of the card number that was on there. And with these guys, you just got to keep an eye on it to see what the card number is. This card number came in at card number 43. So again, we're going to go back to the Retro Artifacts to make sure on that one. Just trying to make sure we have a valid pricing on these. Sometimes, you know, we get mistakes that happen, and I've been trying to make sure that those mistakes are limited to the best of my ability. So, just trying to do best by everybody involved. All right, so coming up, we'll do the foils next. And then we can change him to a foil. Verify that number at 175. And then 158 on this. At a foil, 9 cents. Our lands typically don't do anything special because these are just basic lands, but we'll just make sure. That was land 271. Yep. And then this one here is going to be land 287. All right. Finally, our rares. This is going to be card 258. Brothers War. And then 052. All right. And then let's bring up here our art cards just in case. I doubt it, but you never know. Same thing with our tokens. I know our prototypes probably aren't going to be anything. Yep. And a blank card isn't going to do anything. So $3.06 for this one here. Let's get everything around for our next set of Aetherdrift. All right, folks, here we go. We've got our 2 packs of Aetherdrift here ready to go. Slide this one off to the side here. Start with pack number 1. See what we can do. Hey, check that out. Just when you didn't think you were going to get an art card, we're going to start it off with one. This one here is going to be card number 1, the Mendiant Core Guide Light. That's a pretty cool art card, if I do say so myself. I'll set that one off to the side. And here we go. Leonin Surveyor. Crash and Burn. Siphon Fuel. Silken Strength. Skystreak Engineer. Light Wheel Enhancements. Camera Launcher. And our first uncommon is going to be Cloudspire Sky Cycle. It's going to be a vehicle. Followed up by Locust Spray. Adrenaline Jockey. Be a Minotaur pilot on this one. Marshall's Path Cruiser, an artifact vehicle. Oh, and our rare is going to be Ketamos, the New Dawn. Going to be a mythic god. All right, and our foil is going to be Ride's End. For our foil and our land, going to get a foil Swift Water Cliffs. It's going to be a red-blue. Very nice. So not a bad pack there. Starting it off with a mythic. Can't go wrong there. Of course, with the Aetherdrift packs, we're looking for the Radiant Rose, Loot the Pathfinder, Spark Hunter Chandra, the Aether Spark. Ketamaros could be pretty decent. He's listed up there pretty high. Looks like here at looking at the set list. And here we go. Look at that. We got ourselves another art card. This one's going to be card number 8. Yeah, I'm not even going to try that. Verbo's Host by Chris Seaman. And that card, that's a pretty neat art card. Aetherdrift coming in with some interesting art, not only in the actual art cards themselves, but the art in their actual cards. Looking at that, man, look at that Lightning Strike. That's a pretty sick looking card there. So again, just like any Lightning Strike, it deals 3 damage to any target. So we'll change this over. Next one, again, Siphon Fuel, Silken Strength, Flood the Engine coming up next. So this one here, you can enchant a creature or a vehicle. I'm sorry, guys. This thing's trying to read all the cards in the background, so I need to do a little bit of shuffling here. There we go. Maybe. Sorry about that. As you can tell, I still got some tightening up to do on things, but we'll get there. Brightfield Glider is going to be our Possum Mount. And then we have the Migrating Ketedron, Ketradron. Followed next by Interface Ace. Our first uncommon from this pack is going to be Dracosaur Auxiliary. Dinosaur Dragon Mount. There you go. Who hasn't want to ride a dragon? Point the Ways coming in as our next uncommon here. Followed closely by Aether Siphon. Hour of Victory. Here we go. That's an interesting black card. Start your engines. When this enchantment enters, create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. And our rare is going to be Full Throttle Sorcery Red. After this main phase, there are 2 additional combat phases. All right. And following that is going to be our foil, Chitin Gravestalker. And our land is going to be Windscarred Crags. It's going to be a red-white. All right. So that pack, still pretty good. Not nearly as exciting as the first one, but let's see what we're going to get into as far as pricing goes. All right. So as usual, we'll start off with our commons. One thing about bulk commons, I always like, how they just kind of, some can be exciting, some can not be, but sometimes a common can turn around and switch the entirety of a game. It's not always going to be the mythics and the rares and everything else. Sometimes you get one that sneaks up on you and just didn't know where it came from. So it's kind of fun to see what those do along the way. I'm getting into our uncommons here, checking those guys out. We'll do our lands next, just because those are going to transition into our foils pretty good. All right. Apparently I missed an uncommon here, so we'll throw that guy in. And then the last 2 are going to be our rare and our mythic. So Full Throttle coming in at $1.84, and Kedama Rose, $9.79. So not bad. $13 even on these 2 packs. Definitely beating the last packs at $3.06. So it definitely looks like we have a clear-cut winner here. So Ketramose, the New Dawn, bringing in the win for Aetherdrift, and Blast Zone being one of the 2 rares from the Brothers War. Couldn't pull it out. And again, Aetherdrift came in at 14 cards a pack, and Brothers War came in at 12 cards a pack. So again, you get 2 additional cards through the play pack, but you also you're supposed to be getting higher value through the set. Again, not about how much it is, it's about how much fun you have. And as always, we like to have a good time and have fun here on MTG Mana Cracked. I want to thank you guys for swinging through on this Magic Monday, where we got to see Aetherdrift beat the Brothers War. Hopefully you guys swing through on Friday and check out the beginning of our series of Phyrexia, where we crack open our booster box and build a couple decks. We're going to have the set boosters of Phyrexia, all will be one, between myself and my son. We've had scheduling conflicts with the third party, so it'll just be me and my boy getting into this Phyrexia box. And to be honest, I'm kind of scared because he really loves Phyrexia and all of the tokens that come with that. Um, he's really an infect kind of kid, poison, all that stuff. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can pull the win out. But all in all, guys, thanks again for stopping by MTG Mana Cracked. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Leave us a comment in the comment section. If you want, check out one of these two videos here. See where we started. See what's been our hottest video to date. And you might be surprised. So, this is Bear. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. I'll see you guys around. Take care, and we'll see you on Friday.